Hello, hello, hello. Okay, thank you. Let me tune. If you're over on Discord, I'm just starting. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome, 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 seekers and healers. I'm so grateful that we've come together in this sacred space today. And we sit in different homes and different lands. Spirit gathers us here together in circle. In my sage. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I'm trying this everywhere. Welcome, everyone. How are you? Let me see if I can read everybody's comments. I'm MamaCole. Welcome, Tawny. Nice to see you. I can only see a few comments. We're also live on TikTok. I'm trying it, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to see your comments or not. We shall see. Hello, Amanda. How are you? I'm doing great. Trying to figure all this technology out, but I think I got it. So how is everybody today? I'd like to welcome you to Tea Time. If you don't have your cup of tea or beverage of choice, why don't you go grab it? If you have a candle, go grab a candle. Let's hang out together for the next hour or so. I'm here. I am your psychic medium for the next hour. I am my Mama Cole, Cheryl Cole. I'm a psychic medium. I'm a crystal master, advanced crystal master, a quantum Yusui Reiki healer. I do psychic mediumship, coaching, Akashic record, past life regression, all kinds of stuff. Um, I've had the gift since I was about 4 years old. And the reason I do tea time, welcome Michelle, welcome Mark, how are you? Um, the reason I do tea time, I was really thinking about it today before we started. I was like, why is tea time so important to me? I've had tea time since I was a little girl. My family's British. My mother came over on the ship with her mom, and her great grandma her grandma came before that. But every day about 4:30, my great grandma would have tea, and she would make little cucumber and cream cheese sandwiches and cut the crust off. And when I was a little girl, she would sit there and tell me about the fairies and about the borrowers and the magic little people. And she would tell me like all these tales. And she, to me, never seemed to age. She would race us down this long hallway. She would always win. And so that's where my tea time started. And then my grandma would always have tea time every time I go visit my grandma. My mom had it every once in a while. We would go to like tea houses. I don't know if you've ever heard of those. And they have like fancy tea and silverware and cups and have little fancy sugar cubes and stuff like that. We would do that. But then in my 20s, I worked on a cruise ship. Welcome, honey. I hope so too, Tawny. Welcome, Israel. And then in my 20s, I worked on a cruise ship, and I worked in the terrace bar overlooking the pool and off the showroom, and we had tea time every day. And for some reason, I was in charge of it. So that was where I worked for like 3.5 years. I would start every day at tea time. So it was a lot of fun. But today, now what I do is spirit tea. This is your space to ask any spiritual questions. I do lots of questions. I connect. I do some card readings. It just depends. Every week is a little different. Today, I feel a huge need. First, we're going to create our circle. I lit our candles. When I light the candles, it is to invite spirit in and our higher selves for a way for us to connect. So I'd welcome you if you have a candle, go ahead and light it. So it kind of connects us all around the fire together. Okay, together in spirit. And then I open my circle. I also burn sage. I like to burn the sage. I'm an energy worker. I'm part Native American, Spanish, and British. So, and my practice is there's a lot of Native influences in my practice, along with some Hawaiian influences and some Celtic. Like I use a little of everything. Whatever I feel is needed to do healings and clearings is what I use. So the sage, I'm just asking that it cleanse us. Let's kind of leave our worries behind while we're here for this hour and a half, however long we need. Kind of leave your baggage behind. Let's drop in a little bit. I have a little too much light in here. There we go. I'd like you to take a few deep breaths. Let's close our eyes. I want you to breathe in really deep through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to take 5 deep breaths. As you breathe in, I want you to breathe in whatever makes you happy, whatever brings you joy, happiness, gratitude, love. Think of those memories, smells, images, and breathe that in. And as you breathe out, I want you to breathe out the stress of the day, all the things that don't serve you. None of that's needed right now. So breathe in and out. One more time. Breathe in. There we go. Now open your eyes. Okay, now, I'm sorry. Go ahead and close them again. I like to go ahead and invite our guides, guardians, angels, and protectors, and our higher selves to join us today within our sacred circle. Help the messages come through clearly and be easily understood. And may the people who are to receive the messages be open to receive, and may the validations also be clear. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And so mote it be. So now you can open your eyes. What I'm doing is I'm just starting to create more of a sacred container when we do our tea times, so that the spirits know that I'm ready to work. Amanda says that, but I do it so the spirits know that I'm ready to work. I have a sacred container. So you also feel free and safe to express whatever is needed, whatever questions you have. If you've had any experiences this past week that you'd like to talk about, as far as spiritual growth or um, experiences with the other side. Amanda says, I've had a candle lit all day on and off for her mom. Today would have been her 64th birthday. Aw, happy birthday, Mama. Happy birthday. I guarantee she's with you, and she's so thankful that you lit a candle for her. I really believe in the passing of the flames. Welcome, Rachel. Over on TikTok, I have Rachel Kadura. Welcome, welcome. Angel. Hi, Angel. I'm trying the TikTok, but I don't know if I can keep up on the comments. So we're over on Discord and YouTube. So if anyone has any questions, welcome, Brandy, over on Facebook. Welcome, Crystal. Welcome, Angel. Thanks for joining us. Amanda, do you have your tea? So what are you guys drinking or partaking? You can drink, partake, whatever. This is our sacred space. What do we want to talk about today? What topic do you guys want to discuss? Because I'm going to open for questions, and then we're going to pull some cards like usual. And I'm also going to do my crystals. I do that too. Do you have any questions, any experiences this week? I had a pretty cool experience this morning that I'll share with you. I have a regular client. I haven't seen her in a while because of her life circumstances. Some reason popped up in a dream right before I woke up, and I walked into a room and I saw her and her boyfriend who had just passed, and he had this huge smile on his face, and he was like, do you see me? You see me. How do you see me? I was like, you see me? How do you see me? And it was one of those, on TikTok, how they do that. You see me? Does she not see us? I see you. Do you see me? It was the funniest thing. And it was him and I going back and forth, but she couldn't see us. And I just thought it was just a really quick interaction. And then I woke up, and I've really been worried, like not worried, but just checking, just concerned about her. And, what was cool this morning, she posted something and it was him. And I remember him specifically because he has this beautiful smile. And I go, oh, I just dreamt about him. And I want you to know he's okay. He's doing great. And that smile is still very much there. And she messaged me and I said, yeah. And I described her apartment. I said, yeah, I was going down this hallway and into this room, and he opened the door and it was all gray. Like the room's all gray and white, and the bedroom was at the end of the hall. Like the door was right there. And she sent me pictures, and it was exactly what I described. And she's felt him. She just moved into this apartment, and she's been feeling him. So this was just validation. Yeah. So I loved it. So that was my spiritual experience for the day. So what have you guys had? Thanks, Tani. Yeah, I have a lot of things like that. And I often wonder, like, were my boundaries not good? Like, did he pull me there? But no, what happened in that circumstance is that I was thinking of her, and it was kind of like I checked in on her, and she's a regular of mine. So somehow, and he was there, or like he pulled me or something. It was just really cool. Welcome, Sarah. How are you? Nice to see you. Let's see who's over. Hi, Alex. So let's go ahead, and we have people over on TikTok, Discord, YouTube, Facebook. Let's pull some cards, because I'm sure you guys aren't here just to hear me babble. And I do crystals and cards. Trying to think. what we should do tonight. So if you would like a card, go ahead and give me permissions. And I'm also kind of being pulled to my crystals because I'm thinking some people here must be needing the crystals because I'm really being pulled. But I have a lot of my larger stones on top. Hold on, let me move them real quick. I wanted to show you, I got gifted this beautiful little selenite tower. Isn't that gorgeous? I love selenite, but I thought that was just so cute. Sarah, you'd like a crystal? Okay. And I will do my best to get to everyone. I'm on like different platforms, so just be patient with me, and I'm going to go by spirit, okay? Um, and now when I do card readings, I also do divination, and I'm a psychic medium, so I will connect. So I'd like just be aware that I connect with your energy and any messages that you get either through the card or from the other side. Like it's the same with the crystals. So I'm a divinator. Hello from Florida, Savannah. I'm also in Florida. I'm in the Devil's Armpit, Treasure Coast, I think is what they call it. So Crystal said, my husband had an odd encounter at the supermarket. He is checking out, hold on. This getting older sometimes is for the birds. I have to keep like my glasses on and off. My husband had an encounter at the supermarket. He's checking out. Lady told him she saw him in a dream. He had no clue who she was, never seen her before in his life. She was an older lady cashier. She said, do you meditate? He said, yes. She said she freaked out when she saw him in flesh. What does that mean? Honestly, it means they probably have a soul connection. They were friends in a past life or something, had some kind of connection. And when he was meditating, his higher self connected to hers somehow. That's what I would feel, is that they just had like just a soul connection. We have lots of people. Imagine how many lives that we've lived in our past lives and how many souls we are connected to. That there's times that you just, when you cross a path of somebody and you feel familiar or like comfortable with them, they're more than likely someone from one of your past lives. So that's all that is. Okay. Welcome, Sultan, over on and Starwalker. Oh, I love the name Starwalker. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everyone's doing well. I hope it's working on TikTok that you can hear me. I don't see any comments or anything, but that's okay. So let's do, how about some fun today? Let's play with the dragons. I have this garden dragon deck. Never know where you're going to spot a dragon. And these are little tiny miniature dragons who live in gardens. So they're plants. They live amongst the plants and stuff. So they're really cool. I got this deck when I had my heart attack last year. No, it's been, I think it's been a year and a half. Oof, we got cards flipping around like crazy. So let me just roll up. I'm over in the comments on Facebook and YouTube. And I'm going to scroll up, and I'll be very patient with me. A bunch of platforms that I'm doing mediumship and comments, so just kind of be patient. Who do we got? Honey, I see you've got stuff from your family. Okay. Sarah wants a crystal. And Sarah, what's really funny is I thought of you today, Sarah, and I pulled this. Do you know what this is? It's gorgeous too. I'm going to put this over on the TikTok camera too. I hope you guys can see that. This is a huge hunk of sodalite. Sodalite for your dreams, your third eye. This one, see how sparkly it is? Oh, the sparkles aren't really showing up. It's full of sparkles. It really sparkles like crazy. Lots of quartz. This is your connection to the other worlds. reversal. Sarah, you need to continue to do your work, continue to cleanse and clear your channel. And if you're not, make sure you start cleansing and clearing your channel, and you will be able to connect on the other side. I get mainly yours is at night, like sleep. Sodalite's a lot of third eye, sleep, divine connection. So you need to continue on your path, because that's the second time, but this time I had a whopper of a soda. I'm pretty sure you had Sodalite last week. Hello, Mother. How are you? So you joined us on TikTok. Okay, Tawny. Tawny, I'm going to pull a card for you. Even though your family who's passed doesn't believe in psychic mediums, it doesn't mean that they can't connect with you. Okay, because things are totally different now. Once they crossed over, they're pure spirit. And spirit is nothing but loving energy. Like the whole connection is love and energy and acceptance and connection. So, of course, they're going to want to connect with you. So, what does Tawny need tonight? And actually, I believe Tawny's in Australia, so it's daytime over there, I believe. A radish dragon. Oh, he's so cute. Growth, Tawny. You have to be uncomfortable in order to grow. Radishes are like, okay, on the outside they're red and they look really juicy and delicious. And then on the inside they're a little tart and like they're surprising. Okay. Growth can be surprising and sweet and amazing, but also it is a little bit uncomfortable. Okay. So don't be afraid to be uncomfortable. But there's also beauty in growth, because look at how cute he is. But remember like radishes on the inside, they're kind of white and they're kind of bitter, but at times they can be sweet. So growth can be the same way for you, Tawny. So, and I get like in connection to your family, because I saw that you had asked about your family 3 different times. You will be able to connect with them, Tawny. Be open to receive. And whether they believe in the spirit realm or connections or not doesn't cut the connection between you guys. Like you'll still be able to connect. They still will send you messages and signs. Okay. I love that Sarah said that she went and bought a Sodalite last week. Now, have you been sleeping with it? Have you connected with it? Because what I want you to do now that you have a Sodalite, I want you to wash it in water, just run it under the spigot, put it out in the full moon, not the eclipse moon. The eclipse is on my birthday this year. Do not charge any crystals. If you want chaotic energy, you can charge the moon water, but that's only if you're like a witch and want chaotic stuff. But I'd encourage you to run your Sodalite underwater and connect with it. Carry it with you, unless it's a huge honk. Sleep with it and meditate with it and stuff, and realize out of all the world, that crystal chose you and you chose it. Isn't that cool? Michelle Brown, I'd love to get you a card, Michelle. Michelle. Ooh, a corn dragon, friends. Michelle, this is a time for you to lean on your friends, to value your friends. Like the imagination and the playfulness of friends. Okay, make sure that you're connecting. Know that they're always near. And even if they're just Facebook friends, like ones that you haven't seen in person and stuff, use your support system. You don't have to be alone. That's what the message is for you today. I hope that resonates, Michelle. But I'm getting like, yeah, you don't have to be alone. Now, if you notice too, it's corn, but look what's on his tail. Candy corn. So it's the sweetness of friendship. Okay. And there's also a moth or butterfly, whichever you prefer, but they're both growth and transformation. So if you are I'm getting, this may be like you might be like a little sheltered, a little shut in, Michelle. Maybe you're not reaching out to your friends and like getting out. So maybe for Halloween, because this is very telltale of Halloween, or this fall, challenge yourself to more events or to going out more with your friends, even if it's just one-on-one thrift shopping or something. And that's going to help you grow and transform. So I love that for you, Michelle. Crystal Garhammer. Yes. Let me hop over on Facebook. Amanda needs a soda light. There's so many crystals that can help you in so many ways, and they all have just different frequencies and things that they do and can help you with. Crystal, your name is Crystal. I'm going to draw you a crystal. Let's see. I wonder. See, that kind of shines it thing, but let me do it just while I draw your crystal. Ooh, you have a thunder egg. A thunder egg. Now, this is fascinating. This stone is fascinating. This is a chunk of mud. Literally, this was a chunk of mud that got hit by lightning. At least that's what I've been told. Like, this is calcified, okay? And this is all petrified. It's calcified and petrified, and they're called thunder eggs. Now, the Celtics believe these are super, super royal stones. Like, these are very rare. Like, they're, if you had a thunder egg, you possess power and could connect to the other side. So, Crystal, I want you to know there is like an ancient connection for you, a call for you to go back to your ancient roots, and a very earthly call, like to nature. So I don't know if you've connected with nature lately. However you connect, whether I get very earthy, that might be like planting stuff. The fall's coming up. I'm not sure where in the world you are. I'm in Florida, so we don't have so much the hay rides and stuff like that. But I get you're very take advantage of the harvest season coming up, Crystal. And Sarah would love a card too. Thanks, Savannah. And how are we over on TikTok? I'm sorry, guys. I'm in like all over, and it's not really giving me statistics on TikTok, but that's okay. If you'd like a card, just let me know, okay? I'm going to switch cards up a little bit. Let's go to our chakra deck. Now, do you see these chakras here? What your chakras are your energy centers of your body. Okay, I know you've always, a lot of people hear about chakras, but they don't really understand how they work. Your chakra is how your energy flows through your body. And a lot of times, if we have trauma, if we have grief, we're stuck in some of our chakras are not my chakras. Some of our chakras are not firing completely or in the order that they should be, or they're clogged or blocked. So a lot of the work that I do is I can help you unblock those chakras. Oh, look, I forgot my cool little thing that Hollis made me. Tell me this isn't that cool? Or on Facebook, just for TikTok people, it has like a crystal frame. Okay, so who was I drawing this for again? I'm sorry. This was hold on. Oh, Savannah, you're in Palm Coast. That's where Savannah Rose. Now this is really funny. You are in Palm Coast. My mom lived in Palm Coast, and Rose was my great grandma who I was just talking about. Her name was Rose Redrick, the one who I had tea time with as a little girl. So I love that, Savannah. Would you like a card, Savannah? Just give me permission. And Sarah, I'm going to hold off on you a little bit. Just remind me in a little bit because I just did a crystal. I want to make sure I get everybody, okay? I just felt I needed to wait for you. Hi, Eric. Nice to see you. So, let me see. Will Ray and I get back together? Queen Nellie. Now that's one I can just answer with my pendulum. I get it. I don't know. So when something like that, Nellie, you're in charge of that. You don't need. Oh, Ryan is what I'm assuming. Um, your success doesn't depend on him. So you go on about your life, sweetheart, and you keep living your life as you should. And if he belongs in it, then he will or they will be there. If not, then you keep on with your badass self. I hope I didn't just glitch myself on TikTok. In action. See, this is for Queen Nellie. Your card is action. This is movement, perseverance, motivation. So don't stall your life for any person. You need to keep rising, Queen Nellie. It's just like your name. Your name is Queen Nellie. I mean, embrace that. Embrace that, the movement, the perseverance, discipline, and motivation. So whatever you're pursuing right now, I get like, I don't think it's college so much. I don't know. Maybe it is college. Like you're pursuing something, you need to stay motivated, Queen Nellie, and keep going forward. Can you guys see that over on TikTok? So keep going, okay? You're welcome, Crystal. Yeah, Sarah got the same crystal last week, and she bought a natural and tumbled one. I love that, Sarah. Tawny says it's 9:21 a.m. where they are. They're in Australia, I believe. And they understood the reading. Okay, Sarah, you sleep with both of you throughout the night. You're up throughout the night. Are you getting messages in the night, Sarah? If you are, which you can do before you go to sleep, you can say, "Hey, it's okay. I'll work, or I can receive messages for like 2 hours. And the rest of the time, I really need my sleep." Because if you start having an awakening journey, and a lot of times if you're extremely ADHD and stuff, they will connect with you in your sleep, and you will learn in your sleep. You'll astral travel in your sleep. You'll do all kinds of stuff in your sleep. But if you limit it, then you also get time for your mortal body to rest, which is extremely important. So there are times that you have to create that boundary. Hey, Bianca. Exactly. Better late than never. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Hello, Alexandria. How are you? Yes, I am drawing cards. I was going to do some mediumship, but I'm going to be live tomorrow night, and tomorrow night I'm going to do live mini readings. So today I do. And I'm here to answer like your spiritual questions too, experiences that you have, anything like that. Okay. Okay, Michelle's saying she just works and stays home or visits her nephew in the hospital. How's he doing, by the way? So maybe be aware of some friends or check in on some friends. Okay, because you'll find some joy there, Michelle. Okay, Alexandria, I got you next. Over on Facebook, I'm there. I see you, Amanda, okay? So let me get chakra deck. What messages does Alexandria need? And somebody was over on TikTok too who needed one. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, the mind. I glitched on I have satellite internet, pay a bunch of money for it, but it still glitches. Okay. This is all about third eye and your connection to the divine, your psychic abilities, Alexandria. Are you learning from someone? Because this is telling you to be open, to be flexible, use your imagination, and continue learning and growing. Okay, so make sure you're paying attention to the messages that you're receiving. Okay, be open to them. And realize too, it's not your imagination. Like, you need to take your muggle mind out of it. I get you have a lot of star connections because this is very otherworldly. See all the space stuff? Like, so you're either connecting to the spirit realm or like space, universe, the universal connection. So that's beautiful. So you do have a gift also. We all do. Just some of us don't always embrace them. So, Alexandria, you definitely are receiving messages, and this is just clarification of that. Hi, Kat. Nice to see you. Hold on. Hi, MamaCole. Are there any messages for me? Sarah, not that I know of, when you wake up, you slightly got to be. That's why I wake up too. Okay, Kat said she had the most otherworldly experience last weekend. Can you get any insight on it for me? Yes, that's why I'm here. Do share with us, Kat. Welcome, Melanie. Welcome, Mary Beth. I would love a card pertaining to my marriage, love life. Okay. Be right there. Hi, Rose. Nice to see you. Over on TikTok, if you'd like a card, just give me permission and I'll go ahead and pull a card for you too. So let me hold on just a minute. Let me catch up on your comments real quick. Michelle Brown's nephew was in a very bad motorcycle accident. Oh yeah, he hit a deer on his motorcycle, if I recall. And we've been following it because it's just been intense. So this is his update. He's talking and eating regular food, still the intense therapy and surgery scheduled for putting the plate. Oh, I'm so glad that he's doing better, that he is recovering. Hi, Penn, Pennsylvania Lapidary. I love you guys. Hi. Kathy, tell us about your experience. Please. Alexandria, did that resonate for you? Hi, Kathy. Kathy Barnowski. Now, hold on. I was pulling for someone. Bianca. So please be patient with me. I am ADHD. I'm bouncing around because I'm on like 4 different platforms and I'm trying to get everyone's comments. I'm sorry. It was Amanda I was pulling for next. Amanda Thrasher over on Facebook. I got you, Amanda. Let me take a second and copy and just sit and relax for just a moment. Hollis makes it look very easy when you're, there we go. Because you have to copy paste and do all this stuff, and they make it look so easy. And there's times that it's a little overwhelming when you're channeling too. Okay, so Amanda wanted a card or a, okay. And my satellite paused them too. I just felt that it was time to just breathe and relax. That Amanda, you really have, yeah. Okay, I've had, okay, you're the one, okay, it's your mom. I was like, I really felt a connection when I dropped in with you, that it needed to be quiet. I needed to be still for a moment. So it's definitely your mom. It's just, you can get much more from a card. I'm not to use these. You're to do the divine feminine or an archangel. The only thing is I don't know all the women in the divine feminine, but I'm being told that's where you are too. This is the deck I'm using. It's Mary Magdalene on the front. Okay. So your mom's very present today. I can feel her. That's interesting. It's my father's birthday too. My dad turns 81 today. I get that it's you've had the candle lit today for her almost like in reverence, like you've had a lot of quiet times today. Have you felt her or heard her in those quiet moments today? Because I get a very, very beautiful, peaceful energy when I connect with her. What does it mean? I love this. Okay, we have Mary Magdalene Deck, and then Lilith, who was the first woman, is who I drew. Absolutely love it. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. So, this message for you is that you are in charge. You are the voice of your body and soul. Okay, it's up to you what life you live. Your mom has taught you everything you needed to know. She will always walk beside you, but you are just as powerful and beautiful as Lilith, the very first woman. Like you are beyond beautiful and strong, and yet you felt her all day. Yeah, because I get a very beautiful, peaceful, calming energy. So that must be like the energy that your mom, like it's very peaceful and calming. And this is like an underlying empowerment with very strong, powerful women. And these were godly women, or, they believe, but they were shunned by the patriarchy. Like this is Jesus's wife, basically. And she was the first one that saw him resurrected everything. And this is Lilith, the very first woman. So I'm getting like, despite your trials and the things that you're going through, don't forget who you are. Like, don't forget what a powerful feminine person you are. Like, this is very divine feminine, like, um, very divine. So your mom wants you to remember exactly who you are. Okay. Welcome, Mystic Dre. Nice to see you. That's beautiful, Amanda. And Wendy, do a card for Wendy. So let me know how that resonated for you. Beautiful energy, your mom's, but I guess she's kind of quiet. Like you would probably definitely benefit from a reading because she seems to be more. Um, she's just a lot quieter. But if you would like a reading, that's how you reach me. PsychicInsights.Life /MamaCole. Now, sorry about that. Now I was doing for Wendy. Wendy, you need a different deck. I'm going to have all my decks pulled out by the time this is over. Because I think my dragons are done. Hi, Lupita. Nice to see you. It's my stepsister in Mexico. Hola. Ooh, Wendy, I have my wizard deck for you. I love this. This is dragon energy of a totally different. This is like Merlin and magic and strength. This is a really cool deck. Look at the back of them. See the dragons? Aren't they cool? Like this is a very powerful, strong deck. So that in itself, Wendy, I want you to remember there's another message. So it seems like a lot of us are forgetting our power. We're forgetting who we are and what stock we come from, how we were raised, like our strength. I know times are tough right now and the world seems really scary and crazy, but cling to what you know, okay? And if you don't know something, look it up and start learning. Start challenging yourself and realize that the world is so much broader than what our religious beliefs have taught us and what the patriarch has taught us. That's why Lilith and Mary Magdalene also made themselves present today. Okay, so what does Wendy need to know? Wendy. Wendy has a lot of blockages, lots of grief. Ooh, 3 of Cups. You need to celebrate with your friends. There's another thing with friends. They're celebrating you. They want to be around you. So there's another message. We're getting our power. But us as women, even us as society, let me show you on Facebook, even us as society, we need women. And they're actually celebrating under the moon. This is a sign for Hecate, honestly, the phases of the moon. So they're having drinks and enjoying time under the moon. They're connecting, they're bonding. As society, as people, we need people. We need a community. We need to laugh. We need to celebrate. We need to be celebrated. So Wendy, make sure you're not isolating yourself, that you are being celebrated, okay? You're celebrating yourself. Grief sometimes makes it extremely hard for us to do those things, but realize that your family and your friends are still there and would like to celebrate life with you, and that it's okay to celebrate life even if you are grieving. You need to know that it's not, your loved ones on the other side want to see you thriving too, okay? Oh, thank you so much, Amanda. I'm here to help you. Amanda said that she would book with me soon. I look forward to that. And you have to remind me, because I do not remember my readings either. Like, I won't remember that I connected with your mom here, or like what she said or anything, but she said that it did help her, and with, especially right now, she was outgoing when alive, but maybe more quiet in spirit. Sometimes, oh, Wendy, you celebrated your birthday yesterday, so that's awesome. So were you with your friends yesterday celebrating? Because perhaps this is a message from a loved one saying that they were there and saw that. Because you need to do more of that. Okay? I hope that helped, Wendy. I love that you saw the happy birthday. Good evening, Neela. Nice to see you. Bianca says, I know, MamaCole. I was just joining at the time, making sure what we were doing, but I would love to get a card. Yes, Bianca. And Kathy needs a card too. And I feel we should do, I'm going to do Kathy. Kathy, I get the reason that you're not sharing the experience. Hold on. Kathy said that she had a really wild experience, but she wasn't sharing it. And I get, because it is sacred and you should keep it to yourself. But that you need to know that, yes, it was real and very beautiful and validating. Hi, Lupita. Hola. Okay, Kathy. Oh, Kathy, you got 2 cards. The 5 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, the 5 of Cups is sorrow, having issues, having your emotions, feeling your emotions, lots of stuff going on. Okay, but don't get hung up in it. This will pass. That's why it's dumping in the water. Like, your cups are just spilling, feeling a little overwhelmed. Okay, time just keeps on spinning. I'm getting that song reference for you, okay? And it's just a little bit overwhelming. But then on the other side, I'm also getting the 4 of Pentacles. So are you being overwhelmed and having some issues with finances, or like your money's really locked up right now? Kathy, you need to know this will pass, okay? And you're being validated in that it is hard. Times are hard right now, and it's okay to feel overwhelmed. But right behind these doors, there's like so many. I don't know if you can see the people. You see the people? Okay. You just have to loosen the chains a little bit. And there's lots of people there to help you. Okay. So you're not completely alone as you feel. Okay. So I hope that helps you, Kathy. And like whatever the experience was that you had, like I feel like you need a whatever the question or the experiences that you had, Kathy, it's a yes. It's 100% yes. Um, so I hope that helps you. Melanie, hold on, I had Kathy, Bianca wanted a card. Just a moment, and then I'll jump back up. I know I'm jumping around, but I'm just going where Spirit's taking me. Is this right? And Bianca's had a crazy week herself. Oh, Bianca. Okay, you got the hanged man. Okay, now do you notice he's just hanging from his feet? And just one from one foot, which is really uncomfortable. Probably be more uncomfortable if it was two. But this is not what you think. This is to see life from a different perspective. Okay. Sometimes life requires, what do you call it? Like just a change of scenery. Like sometimes you got to turn your world around or upside down. You have to look at it from a different view, a different perspective. Okay. It's not as tough as it seems, just like Kathy's one just now. Okay. Life is tough. It's really tough for a lot of us right now. There's some crazy stuff going on in the world. We're experiencing a lot of planetary things that have never occurred in mankind's history ever. Okay, so we're all here on this rock, along for the ride, doing the best that we can. So if it gets to be too much, look at it from a different perspective. Okay, this is kind of like the Robin Williams movie where he stood up on the desk, would encourage his students to stand on the desk, captain my captain, and look at the world from a different view. Okay, also look at it upside down. Sometimes if you flip things around, you have a different outcome. Okay. So I hope that helped you, Kathy. And I did want you to know that you did have a validation of whatever your experience was. Now, Melanie said that she had a crazy week and had to remove a couple people I thought were my friends out of my life. Ah, isn't that horrible? I had to do something very similar myself this week. Wendy said she celebrated with her family. So know that they're very good support for you, Wendy. And if I'm not catching your comments over on Facebook, it just takes a minute for them to refresh. Okay. Oh, Melanie. So I understand that, but please realize if you had to cut these people from your life, then they weren't for serving your highest good. And I'm really proud of you for creating the healthy boundaries that are needed for your highest good. Okay. And in order to grow, that's what you need to do. Okay. So let's draw you a card, Melanie. Did you just have one flip? You did have one flip. That was the same. And what I do is I just continue shuffling, saying your name, connecting with your energies until I feel, there we go, that I've got the card for you. Oh, Melanie, you're in a tower moment. Okay, a tower moment is when stuff is broken away from you. Your world's kind of turned upside down, kind of what the other people are experiencing too. This is a tower moment in your life. So people are awesome. Tower moments are scary and crazy, but they're also awesome. I'm also getting you must be in like a Saturn return or something because you're having like a lot of life changes and things occurring. This fall is going to be great for you. Might be a little scary, but just realize um, in order to have something new, you have to kind of get rid of the old. Like out with the old, in with the new. Okay, so yeah, you got a lot going on. But just, again, go back to what you know and cling to what you know and who you know, okay? And you'll get through power moment, but it's going to be kind of a bumpy fall, but you're going to get through it, okay? And Alexandria said the only messages she could think of is maybe my cousin Dan. I seen a dragonfly and it flew and hovered over the truck I was on. And then I was walking and there was a feather on the sidewalk where you always take your dog to. So yeah, definitely, especially feathers and dragonflies. Dragonflies are messages from the other side, and feathers are extremely common. So I get, yes, that was definitely him. Now, Bianca, I did pull a card for you, right? And Armin, yes, I could tell you something. Hi, Neela. Mamone, hoping to hear from my son. It's coming up on the 1-year death anniversary. This is my fisherman guy. What would you like? Okay. He wants you to believe in mermaids. So, hi, Angel. Nice to see you. Hi, Jessica. I'm also on Facebook and YouTube. Mamone, these are Oracle of the Mermaids. Now, your son, first off, is coming through. What is this? This is August. So, no, it's not whale season, but he's showing me the whales. He's showing me sea turtles. I'm seeing humpbacks. I'm also seeing, I do also see Kilauea, the lava flowing right now too. So would he often go out like at dark, like when he would see the lava? I used to work on a ship, and I would go by Hilo. I'd go from Kona to Hilo on Tuesday night, and we'd go past Kilauea, and we'd see the lava flows. And he's specifically showing me that right now. Like he's showing me the lava, but he's also showing me out at sea. But he didn't go very far out. Like he went, I'd say maybe 2 miles out, but he's showing me the whales. He's showing me turtles. He was a fisherman. I get, did he die like on his boat? Because he's like, you're mad at the sea, or is it hurting your connection with the ocean or like with the water? Are you not able to go down to the water? That's where he wants you to connect with him. Like he's like, that's where I'm at, Mom. Or are you stuck on a different island from where he passed? Because I'm getting like you can really relate to the fury of Pele right now. Like you're angry. There's something that's you're very angry about. And I get it's your son and it's the 1-year anniversary. So is that what's angering you? What is it she needs? I gotta shuffle more. Or is it just the grief that you're carrying? So just let me know. Ramona, you got experiments, manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, and arrogance. Oof. Are you unsure of his death or how he passed? I get, Mamone, that there's some kind of, like there's something with nature, like a manipulation of nature or forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge. Like, are there questions that you're trying to get answered and they're just haunting you because you don't know the answers about your son? Is there something that he left um, unspoken? And see, that's very familiar to like the anger of Pele that I was seeing. See this dark, like where Pele's trying to get to the other. So I'm almost getting like you were angry that you weren't there, or that you couldn't get to him because you're on another island, very much like Pele couldn't get to her lover. Like you couldn't get to him. Like there's some kind of, and I don't know if it was weather related because that's kind of what this card's saying. But it's by you doing that, you're just being cruel to yourself. So that's where the cruelty of nature. Okay, so I don't want you to do that. He passed at his girlfriend's. Okay, he passed at his girlfriend's and he was 2 hours away from you. And he passed from a cardiac arrest and was left undetermined. Okay, so you need to come to peace with that. Okay. And now this is hard because it's a guilt. This is your guilt. Okay. It was okay. He didn't want you to be there, Mom. He didn't want you to experience that. It would have torn your heart out. You probably would have had broken heart syndrome. Okay. He tried to spare you of that, but you're suffering. Like you're hurting yourself by blaming yourself for not being there. Like if you were there, you could have done something. Maybe you could have done CPR and saved him. Like you could have done that. And that's a mother's normal response, but he wants you to know, no, Mama, you couldn't have. And he wants you to release those burdens into the ocean. Did you guys have like a paddle out for him? Or is his ashes released in the water? Because he keeps showing me the water. Like he's happy. He wants you to remember how happy he was on the ocean, and for you to connect with the water again. Like you're not going down to the water at all, are you? And you used to go all the time. Like you need to go back to the water, and that's where your peace. You're still family. You'll always be family, and you'll always be connected. And the easiest way for you to connect with him is through the water. Hi, Marjorie. Nice to see you. Okay, so I hope that helped. Oh, see, I'm loving all these. Hold on. Wendy, I don't know if I'll be able to get all of it, but I'm going to try to get all of your message. Hold on. All of you are getting a lot of messages and you're not really like you're not acknowledging them maybe, or you're doubting them. Okay. Wendy said that I also had a weird thing happen. A little brown bird came into my porch and was sitting in the window. I took a picture of it and then it went down to the floor behind a box. Hold on. Behind a box. Hold on. I got to copy and paste and put you back over here. I went to try to help it out the door, and it wasn't there. I know it didn't fly out. I searched everywhere. It just disappeared. Could this be a message? Who do you think it was? Who do you think that was a message from? My nose is itching like crazy. I was driving with the windows down today. It's probably a big mistake. That's definitely a message, and that's definitely a sign. Who do you think that was? Welcome, Abby. Nice to see you. Abby, Angel, Pretty Bee, if you guys would like a card, just tell me over on TikTok and I'll pull you a card too. So just let me know. But that's definitely, yes, that's definitely a visitor, especially when you couldn't find the bird and you saw it fall down. I've had weird stuff like that happen before. Yes. Hi, Megan. Welcome. Hi, Andrea. Welcome. Good evening. Eileen. Yes, you may have a card, Miss Eileen. And Melanie. Yes, I really do. Eileen. I'm going to have all my decks out by the time I'm done. Oh, Eileen, you get a spirit song, Tara. You guys get to see a bunch of my decks. I love this deck, Eileen. So you must really like the animals. And if you got a reading from me tonight, I would really appreciate if you would leave a review. And just as an energy exchange. And if you would like a reading, these are just like mini, honestly, these are just mini tarot readings and a little tiny connection. My 1 hour readings, we do all kinds of stuff. And you can book me. Let me find it right here. There you go. And this is Eileen. So if you'd like a reading, just go to Psychic Insights. I will never message you. If you get a message, hi Jack. If you get a message, it is not me. Okay, it's a scammer because I will never message you. So Mamone, I hope that helped you. I'm so sorry for your loss, but please connect at the water. Okay, Eileen. Ooh, Eileen, 3 of crystals, collaboration and productivity. You got a bee, a bumblebee. Do you see that on TikTok, guys? Collaboration. Now, bumblebees work as a community. So this is a call for you, Eileen, to remember your community. It seems to be a message for all of us. As we go into the fall, let's make sure the fall and winter that you guys aren't hibernating, that you're making good use of your community. And also remember that this is a community here too. Like, we will help you. You're not alone here. You have support. And this bee, I see lots of growth. See this big swirl of growth around it? So know that you will grow through the community. Okay? So Eileen, continue to grow. Continue to use your community. Try to get more involved. Yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful card. And it is also the 3 of crystals. So remember your crystals. If you have crystals, start utilizing them. This is growth. This is potential. Okay, so you're in for a great fall, Eileen. I get lots of growth potential. There's something I'm missing. Collaboration and productivity. Also, if you're collaborating with someone, is there a project you're working on with somebody else? Know that, yes, this is a go-ahead. Like, this is, yes, continue to collaborate. Or if you're thinking about Megan, of course you can get a card, Megan. Megan, I'm also going to pull from the Spirit Song Tarot for you. Yeah, I didn't see your message, Kat, about your hot spring experience at all. I missed it because I heard, but I just got a yes for you. Eileen said, great message. You have crystals. Been a caregiver for a long time now. Okay, so maybe this is for you, Eileen. This is more utilize your community, okay? Don't carry everything on your shoulders. And there's going to be a lot of growth through that. Okay, I'm back on Megan. Oh, yours jumped out. King of Crystals. Look at you, Megan. Woo-wee. You got my tiger, the King of Crystals. Power. Everything is under your control. You're the king of the jungle. Well, they say lions are the king of the jungle, but I believe tigers are the king of the jungle. Be observant. Always be aware. Okay. Be observant and be aware. Where are you, Megan? There you are. Yeah, tiger. Like, seriously. And he is like an elegant, very elegant, regal. Don't forget who you are. Have the courage and be committed. Whatever you do, make sure you are committed. Okay? Drag the puzzle piece. I'm doing something. I don't know what that was. There we go. So make sure whatever your endeavor is, have the courage and remember who you are. That seems to be a message for all of us today. Yes, Neela, that is why I am here. Okay, let me check over on Facebook. And if you wanted a card over on TikTok, just give me permissions and I'll give you a card. Jack, if you'd like a card, no problem. I don't bite. Wendy, it's her husband. Yeah, it was definitely your husband, Wendy. Definitely. What I want you guys to know, I want you to see everybody's having different experiences. One person had a brown bird. One person had a dragonfly on the windshield, followed by a feather on the sidewalk. Somebody else had, I don't know what the other person was. So we all get messages from our loved ones in different ways. Okay, be open to receive and realize this is real. They really can communicate with you, but they can't communicate with you like I'm communicating with you. That they can't do that anymore. Okay, they're no longer human. But they're energy. So they can communicate with you through feeling, through seeing dragonflies, seeing birds, feathers, shells, coins, chills, warmth, smell. Like it just depends on how you receive. As long as you are open to receive, you will receive their messages. When your grief is really heavy, it's harder to receive the messages because you're vibrating on a lower energy. That's all. Michelle said that the bee reminded me of something. When my brother Donnie was alive, he would have carpenter bees around him all the time. He would call them his buddies because they chased the wasp and other bugs away. Well, when our mom sits on the deck, these carpenter bees would just fly around her or just fly in midair and look at her. That's him. That's 100% him, and that was him tonight too, definitely. I love that. Now, Kat said she had an experience at the hot springs where she saw her light body in the water and saw lights in matching colors come out of the water. I woke up outside my bed 5 times, naked under the stars, once without a blanket, and Marty was hiding at me from spirit. I love that for you, Kat. What that was your awakening. Okay. We do have light bodies. We have ethereal bodies, spirit bodies, shadow. Like we have all kinds, and the different colors out of the water were probably these mingling and uniting. I would love to do a session with you and help you look into this more, because it sounds like you definitely are an energy worker who is not aware 100% of all of your how to utilize it. Okay, like it's just kind of, that's why they're kind of floating in the water and stuff, and you're seeing it. So you're having visual evidence and experiencing it. Now we just got to get you how you connect and utilize it instead of it being wonky and just witnessing it. What can you do with that? How can you align those energies and utilize them for your highest good? And that's what that's one of the things I would teach. I teach everybody what they need. Like if we're coaching you, then I would be like, okay, let's go to the hot springs, and we would like journey through meditation there, like do a quantum journey and connect and see, what are you trying to show yourself? Like, what is up with these lights? To me, I'm getting immediately chakra energies, but are you manipulating your chakras, and are you able to play with them? Because that's almost what it seems like you're playing with them in the water. That's pretty cool. Thank you for sharing. You know, you have alien DNA, and I'm interested to see if that was my alien family coming to say hi. That's possible too, because I was just going to say that because it didn't feel like chakra energy, so that may be something else. I do have friends who also have similar things, other healers that I work with, and they don't so much have a chakra system as they have a geometric system or a crystalline system. It's totally different, and everybody's energetic systems are different. Like, no two people are the same. Okay, you did a quantum experiment with two other people in the water the next day at sunrise, and we, oh my God, sacred. Now, how funny is that I just mentioned sacred geometry? So I would like you to start working with your energetic system, perhaps get some platonic solids and see how they connect. If you can identify your energetic systems to a platonic solid, because I have a feeling that's what's going on. And I do a lot of quantum work. That's actually how I began healing my own self, was through quantum healing. So I'm about out of time. I usually go an hour to an hour and a half. Oh, we still got a little bit more time. I did have a couple more people that did want cards. Let me get to you. And over on Facebook, anybody over on Facebook, on TikTok, if you guys would like cards, let me know. And it's a little wonky today. I was just trying to. Hi, Misty. Nice to see you. Misty, if you'd like me to pull you a card, just let me know. And if I missed your comments about a cards, I'm trying to scroll. Megan, I got Neela. Did I get you? I didn't get Neela. I knew there was somebody. Okay, Miss Neela. Oh, Neela, you're different. You're going to make me pull another deck out, aren't you? And that's okay. I have all my decks all around me right now. Yeah, Neela, you're definitely. What is it that you? Ooh, the archangels, Neela. Do you work with angels, Neela? I don't pull this one out a lot. And I want people to understand the angels. I work with the angels a lot. Angels are not one religion or another. All religions believe in angels. They're not Christian. Everybody believes in angels. No religion does not believe in angels. Well, I have not used these cards in a while. What does Neela need for her highest good? What message would serve her highest? Yeah. Neela, you got King Gabriel. He's generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. Look at that. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. So, Neela, you are like a king. You need to remember your loyalty. Keep your eyes on the big picture and leave the details to others. So, Neela, you keep being you and don't worry about the details. Your genuine concern for others is what makes you who you are. So don't be worried about the little details or how things are going to work out. You just keep being you and your true authentic self. Okay? And that's going to lead to your success. Yeah, that's a beautiful card for you, Neela. So please, and check out King of Gabriel. Like, generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. So don't forget who you are. You're dramatic. You're like the king. Like, you have all this beautiful royal courage, strength, but you also have a beautiful devotion about you. Okay, so don't forget that. See, you're always thinking of others. So remember, that's what makes you who you are, and don't let the cruelty of others ever change that part of you. Okay, so that I think that's kind of like saying, the world's pretty darn ugly and there's things in it that make us not want to be so kind, and don't let that change you. Okay, Neela? So let's see. I hope that helps, Neela. So if you got a reading tonight, please, I'd really appreciate it if we could just do a energetic exchange and let me know how I did and do a review over in our group. If you're over on TikTok, if you wanted a card, just let me know. I'll pull a card for you. I'm also live on YouTube and Facebook, so that's why it's a little wonky. I'm just trying the TikTok out for the first time. I used to have lots of issues with TikTok doing lives. So if you guys would like a card over on TikTok, just let me know. We'll put some of them away. But let me see, who do we have? Renee, Misty, any of you, if you'd like a card, just give me permissions and I'll pull for you before we go. And how is everyone doing? I'd like to know how you're all feeling. I hope everybody's doing good. You're so welcome, Neela. Yeah, it's sometimes we give so much of ourselves that we forget who we are, and we just become almost like a servant. You know what I mean? Yeah, Nikki, I can pull a card for you. So please, just don't forget who you are. Don't lose yourself in service, okay, Neela? Can't pour from an empty cup. Excuse me, I was just putting some of these up. Nikki. Of course, Nikki, and I don't feel it's the angel cards. Oh, you get the Light Seers deck. This was my very first deck. I love this deck. And Nikki, I get that you've been having a crazy week. Don't let stuff get you down. Keep looking up. Keep your head up. What does Nikki need? What does Nikki need? I'm seeing a beautiful rainbow for you, Nikki. Okay, the Six of Swords. I get kind of going through some troubled times right now. Okay, lean on your guides and your guardians. Okay, realize that you're not alone. Hold on, my phone's going dead, but I don't know where the cord is. Okay, but you're not alone, Nikki. Okay, I know that times are tough right now, but you do have, this is, look at the crows. Okay, there's 6 of them, 2 sets of 3. Okay, you're moving through the troubled waters. You have no idea how crazy. Okay, it's okay. Just whatever you're going through and whatever's happening now, know that it's not the end of your story. You're going to get through it. I get like a move, like, see, because you got your bags packed. It's a little rough, but your guides and guardians got you. Like, you're very watched over. You're very protected. Okay, so realize whatever is occurring it's all for your greatest good, but sometimes it may not feel like it. Okay, so just hang on and you'll get through it, Nikki. Okay. Now, what I'd like to do before I end, I'm going to go ahead and pull us a Soul Truth card tonight. And this is just one for the coming week to help us get through any messages that we might need. And what a Soul Truth is, it also gives us a little bit of homework. It's a self-awareness deck. It's an oracle deck that I just love for tea time. And hey, there's somebody. Mr. Cat wants a card. Hot Springs was a trip. I'd love to have a detailed conversation with you. Of course, go ahead. You can book a session, honey. We could go more in depth into it. Definitely. Nicole, welcome over on TikTok. Nice to see you. Yeah, Nikki, you're not stuck there. Like, it's just a journey. Life's a journey, and you'll get through it. And some of it's rocky and rough, but it can't be rough seas forever, okay? So I won't pull, let me pull a couple more cards and then I'll pull our soul truth because Mystical Cat, no, who was it? It wasn't Mystical Cat. Invite Jesus to co-host. No, thank you. I'm good. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Misty. Who was it that just asked for a card? Mystical Cat. Okay. I'm going to pull a Light Seers card for you too. Cat. Nicole, would you like a card? And feel free to share my live over on TikTok. I'll get better at doing the TikTok view things too. I haven't done TikTok in years, like not a live. It's been a couple years since I've done a live because of all the scammers and stuff. I didn't feel. I don't know. There's just so many scammers on TikTok nowadays. Ooh, cat. The Seven of Pentacles. You know them colors you were mentioning in the water? Do you notice the colors in the roots? Okay, those colors are part of your roots, Mystic Cat. Those colors are your roots. You need to definitely dive deeper because that vision that you saw, that experience that you had with the colors in the hot springs and in the water with your higher self and all that, that is definitely a sign of growth. That is definitely, this is confirming that experience because I see the roots tied to the colors. And normally this is like the seeds that you planted. This is money. This is growth. Pentacles is always in growth. But I am seeing it more that your prosperity is spiritual. And you've already discovered the colors, but you need to learn how to use them to grow your tree. So I definitely, when you're able to book a session and let's discover what that was. I already have some ideas and you're on some of it, but we need to connect deeper. I do believe that your system definitely is sacred geometry, not chakra. So you'll have to explore that and just see how you work. So perhaps grounding for you looks a little different. Okay, because that's earth and stuff, but you're pulling up different stuff than Mama Gaia energies. You're pulling up universal energies. Okay. And let's see. I'm trying to catch up on all your. Hi, Turbo. Nice to see you. And okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do our group collective card, our card for the collective, and it's out of the Spirit Soul Truth deck. What do we need for the coming week? And remember, I will be live tomorrow night at 7 again, and then I'm going to be doing live mini readings, spirit-led mini readings. What am I looking for outside myself that isn't already within me? Wow. What am I looking for outside myself that isn't already within me? Are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love, or something else? When we search outside of ourselves, we become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never quite feel good. We never feel quite good enough. It's time to go inward to find everything you seek. All the answers you need lie within. Now, this is a validation for some of the people here already. Like, Kat, this is totally validating. Like, you need to go within to discover what that is. And your soul action today is to breathe in your favorite essential oil, inhale deeply into your belly, drop your shoulders, and spend some time hanging out with your soul today. Ask what you need and be ready for answers. So this is challenging you this week to drop into yourself. Stop looking for answers outside of yourself. You are very beautiful, very talented, and all of us are very gifted. we all are able to connect to our higher selves, to the other realm, spirit world, and everything else. So this week, I would challenge you to drop in and tune in to see what you need to live your fullest life and to be more of an asset to our society, to connect more with the community around you. And I am here as always if you need me. PsychicInsights.Life, /MamaCole. I will be live here tomorrow night. I won't be on Discord. I'll be on Facebook, YouTube, and I'm going to try TikTok Live again tomorrow night. We'll see how I do. It's a little hard to do the comments, but I'm getting it. So thank you so much for joining me. Everybody have a good night. I will see you tomorrow night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye-bye.